What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. This is game number 3 here between Happy and nAni. Spawning in the lower right-hand position of Tal'Darim Altar, we have got Happy as our yellow Terran player, and then over here in the upper right-hand spawn location, nAni as the orange Protoss. I just almost called him Orange Zerg. So yes, this is game number 3 here. We are now tied up, of course, 1-1. It is a best-of-3 series, so the winner of this game is going to win the series between these two. Last game, we saw a very nice timing push from nAni, working his way up to Colossus with Thermal Lance upgrade to respond to Happy's Marine Heavy Bio. And with a nice push and nicely placed force fields, he was able to completely demolish Happy. Plus, we saw the second Colossus come into play for that battle as well, right as the first one was about to get taken out. And that was pretty much a nail in the coffin at that point. Happy would have really had a chance if he had dropped that one Colossus and there were none there and it was just gateway units. Then he would have stood a much better chance there. But nAni moving forward with that second Colossus was enough to make it so that Happy just couldn't deal with it. Again, with Thermal Lance and sitting Marine Heavy, Colossus will shred you, especially with some nicely placed force fields, which is what we saw, of course, from nAni. Back over here for Happy, just starting off pretty normal so far. 10 depot, 12 racks. Let's keep an eye out and see if we see a 13 refinery. If not, then we will be seeing a quick expand, but never mind. There it is. 13 refinery coming out here for Happy. Also moving out at the moment with his scouting SCV. Wants to actually get some intel pretty early on. This could be indicative of some early game aggression. Maybe we'll see a Reaper opening, maybe a Reaper into expand, or maybe like a 2 racks push. Either of those things are possible for some early game aggression here from Happy. And moving out with that early SCV scout kind of tips me off to there's the fact that there's a decent chance that he will be pushing out with something early on, even if it's a very small push, just something, moving out with anything. And we can see quick Nexus over here for nAni, and actually nAni going with the Nexus before his first gateway even comes down, just now dropping that gateway. And that, of course, is going to allow him to come out with this very early expansion and get a very strong economy early on. But a major concern, of course, for nAni is going to be early aggression. So let's keep an eye out as to what Happy is deciding to. First Marine is out. SCV Scout realizing bottom left spawn location is not the right one. He's now checking upper left. And then realizing when that is not it, he will immediately know where nAni is. And hopefully for Happy, he can get there in time. Because if he doesn't do some damage or expand soon, he's going to really start to fall behind, because this super early Nexus from nAni is, again, going to give him a vastly superior economy if we don't see any response at all from Happy. Happy now coming out with a factory. It does have that first racks, of course, finished and pumping up Marines. One Marine is out, second Marine coming on through. Still just sitting on one refinery, and there is a second. So Happy now coming out with that second refinery. He is also now aware of where his opponent is, but he still wants that scouting information. So he's moving forward to try to get that intel. Really nothing that nAni can do to stop that SCV scout from moving on in. He's not going to have a stalker in time at all. Chrono boosting out that zealot, but it doesn't really make a difference, because as long as the SCV is microed and paid attention to, he can stay away from that zealot indefinitely, and he won't have much issue at all getting that scouting information that he does need. Happy now building a bunker, which is completely unnecessary because, again, he is not going to be dealing with any early game aggression at all. He can spot that expansion right now. Moving up into the main, he is going to see the fact that, hey, that Cybernex core just finished and just started getting that Warp Gate research. He was visually there in time to see the fact that Warp Gate research was not researching and that it had just started up. So that is a dead giveaway as to what he's against, but he still has that bunker in play just in case. Here come the Hellions. Ooh, no, okay, finish. There we go, Hellion finish. Here comes the Tech Lab there, and I'm expecting actually Cloak Banshee opening here from Happy. I'm assuming that is what he's going to do, and hopefully for nAni's sake, he does come out there robotics sometime soon, because he is going to need it. No questions asked about that. If he doesn't get out there robotics soon, then he's going to have a major issue. Ooh, I mean, he's still got some time, all right? That's certainly the case. He's still got plenty of time. That first Banshee just now starting, and Cloak Research should be coming shortly thereafter. But where is it? Where's that Cloak Research? Why aren't you here? Oh, yeah, because you're microing your Hellion around. He's microing his Hellion around, trying to do some damage here. He's already got one kill. Able to get a full scout of the base. You just see the fact that there is no robo. So hopefully starts that research soon. Oh my gosh, it's killing me here. Robotics now coming down. Now the Hellion's still alive and he's still doing some damage. But there's not going to be any cloak. You can see no Cloak Research went down at all. So he's not even going to bother. In fact, deciding not to. Here comes an expansion. 2 more racks coming out. And it'll be just this one Banshee. Not going to expect a second Banshee at all. He's sitting so Vespene heavy. I'm assuming that he planned to go for that cloak, but yeah, here comes a Raven right now. I'm assuming he planned to go for that cloak, but ended up canceling it off. Or just not researching it because he was so focused on his Hellion micro. and then just decided to kind of change his position there. And a little proxy pylon, that's going to get taken out pretty quickly here from this Banshee. Let's start doing a bit of damage to it. Let's see if we get a warped in anything to deal with that. Maybe a Stalker, push it back, who knows? Looks like the answer to that question is no. He's probably also expecting Cloak to come in play, so as you can see, he is going to be coming out with an Observer to try to deal with the possibility of Cloak, and should be actually protecting his resource line with that. Because at the moment, he doesn't know the Cloak isn't coming, so he just doesn't have that intel whatsoever. First Raven finished. Banshee moving on in, trying to do some damage. He has 1 kill, but not going to really a second one there. Unfortunately, there's way too much anti-air. And we should have a couple, yep, a little bit of anti-air over there as well. So there you go. At the moment, nAni's protected against that Banshee, and especially without Cloak, really nothing that he's going to be able to do. First Observer is out, second Observer coming through, and here comes a Robotics base. So again, nAni will be working up to Colossus this game. He's learned his lesson from the first game. He needs some sort of range and or splash damage to deal with that bio effectively. He's going to spot this Banshee moving in, so just will pull down with his anti-air units and deal with that quite easily. And here comes the Observer Scout as well. Moving on down with that. We'll be scouting out the full bio army with that Raven in play, actually shooing back from the fire of those Marines. Raven able to get the vision, of course, of that Observer and force it back. But you know what? You can't be everywhere with your Marines and Ravens, and that's actually going to provide the opportunity here for that to move on in. And we got some more Banshee harass moving down, trying to push on forward and get a couple kills. There's another kill, and then pulling back again. And much like we saw the first game, I do expect this Banshee to just consistently harass over and over and over again, as long as he's still alive. Again, no reason not to, right? I mean, you can stay in there, you can do damage. As long as the Banshee is still alive, it can be effective at harassing that Econ. Even if it's just getting 1 worker kill and then pulling out like we saw there, that is going to work. That is going to do the trick over time. That certainly starts to add up. Right now, Happy moving out with these Marauders to quickly dispatch here of these destructible rocks, allowing him to move pretty early on into that third expansion. We've got a couple of Vikings coming into play to deal with Colossus. He has spotted the fact that that bay is in play. Yes, he has. So he knows Colossus are coming out, so he's preparing to deal with it. Bio is just going to be the name of the game over here for Happy, as expected. Marines and Marauders. He's actually, I think he's in pretty Marauder heavy right now. He's got 5 Marauders already. That's a fair number indeed. And yep, there you go. We're going to be working on these rocks and working into that next expansion. Banshee engaging with that Stalker, able to get the kill. Yes, he is. He's also going to see this push coming. This is actually perfect. Now, losing the Banshee, that sucks, but he sees the push coming. He sees the army there of his opponent, nAni, moving across the map, so he should be able to respond. Make sure he rallies up the troops and is prepared to push that back. Got some engineering bay getting ready for some upgrades over here. Happy sitting at 0-0 right now. Also, no upgrades over here for nAni, so no weapons or armor upgrades for either player. Thermal Lance coming out there for that Colossus. 1 Colossus is in play. Look at this, nAni trying to go for like a repeat performance of what we saw last game. We'll be trying to move out to coincide with that Thermal Lance, but I don't know if it's going to be as effective this game. This game, Happy definitely seems a lot more prepared, and also that Force Field Wall, I don't think it's going to be as effective as it was on Shatter Temple. Especially given the positioning here. We've got these bunkers coming up. We also have that factory there, kind of delaying this push a little bit. We'll have to keep an eye. Nobody knows what's going to happen. We'll have to see. This could be an effective push, but again, I think Happy is certainly adequately prepared for it. But let's take a look at what happens. Here we go right now. Protoss army moving forward, getting ready to try to do some damage. Guardian Shield going down. Keep in mind, we do have that Raven in play. Is he going to drop a point defense drone, or no, just dropping a turret and then get sniped out of the sky? That was very ineffective. There's so many Vikings, though. The Vikings able to snipe out those Colossus. Going to make things a lot more difficult here for this gateway-heavy army, and that should be enough bio to repel him. He doesn't have enough to deal with this, and that concussive shell damage is going to be a problem as Happy makes the chase, and there we go, finally pulling back with his army. 1 Marauder moving forward. Once those Colossus drop, you can see how quickly the tides turn there. And again, with enough of Vikings there, having such a strong Viking count, Happy was able to quite easily deal with that. Excellent defense there from that first push by Happy. Certainly quite impressed with that. Now the thing is, he needs to return some sort of fire, do some sort of damage as well. We can take a quick look at the resources lost tab. nAni is actually quite a bit behind from that engagement. Losing those Colossus turned out to be quite devastating. In addition to that, he has taken some economic damage this game, although yeah, it does look like actually Happy has lost some SCVs as well, with nAni killing off a total of 5. And is Happy actually preparing to move out with a counterattack? It is possible, however, that he may just be moving to the center of the map to try to get map control and shoo back that Stalker. But he could also do a little bit of aggression. That's certainly not out of the question. Now we have got a Twilight Council now just finishing. Should Should be working his way up to Temple Archives, most likely. Also coming out with some additional upgrades. There's Charge Zealot upgrade coming out right now for nAni. Scan going down, spotting the bulk of the army there. He knows what he's up against in terms of unit composition. How comfortable is he feeling against that? Probably not too comfortable, because a lot of his army right now is sitting in Viking numbers, and when he scanned there, he saw no Colossus, as there are no Colossus in play. Right now, nAni is preparing to make that transition out of Colossus into, again, Charge Zealots and High Templar. And again, hopefully this time we see some actual High Templar use, as opposed to just going straight to those Archons. Now, we do have a Ghost Academy in play, and is coming out as well with that Mobius reactor. Of course, with that, allowing those ghosts to get extra energy. He will be waiting to build those ghosts until the Mobius reactor is near completion. And ooh, here we go, a couple more bunkers, because he's prepared to deal with another push coming out. nAni realizing with a fair amount of Vikings on the board that if he pushes out with Charge Zealots, he could actually do some damage. And he may actually, ooh, where did that Twilight Council go? Where is it? I don't even know where it is. Did he cancel that, or did that finish building? I meant the Templar Archives. I'm not sure if he canceled the Templar Archives. I think he may have. I don't see it anywhere. Maybe I'm blind. I don't see it. I don't see a Templar Archives at all. I do not see one. See Twilight Council, Templar Archives, was it canceled? Probably going to eat my words in a moment once I actually find it. Be like, oh, it's been there the entire time. I'm really dumb. Probe Scout over here, and Proxy Pylon over here, and an Observer Scout over there. So right now, if Happy decides to push out, nAni will be fully aware of it, no questions asked. And actually, nAni deciding not to engage, pulling back there to break these rocks and get ready to move into a third of his own. He knows the fact that Happy is prepared to move into a third at any moment. In fact, there we go. That Orbital Command now finished. So that can move over at any time. But did he really cancel it? It's not, I don't see it. Do you guys? I don't see it. Maybe you guys see it. If you guys see it, I don't think it matters, because you can't really tell me about it, but I'm pretty sure that Temple Archives is gone, so wow, all right. That's it, just Charge Zealots. Not gonna bother working up into High Templar or anything like that. He has got a continuous upgrade. Okay, he just warped in High Templar. Where is it? I'm blind, I must be blind. I don't see it at all. All right, here comes an engagement. Why can't I find it? This is killing me. This is absolutely killing me. Oh, it's right there, Durr. I knew there was something going on. He hid it in the shrubbery and even hid it from me. Okay, let's focus on the game. We do have an attempted push coming out there. It's a Templar Archives in play. Man, I just embarrassed myself so much. But you know, that's fine. You guys saw that I didn't actually physically see it, so no big deal. Charge Zealots moving in with those High Templar and Archons. Actually, are there even any High Templar, or is it just Archon? It is just Archon play. Now, how many ghosts do we have in play? Total 3 ghosts in play. He has lost that expansion that was quickly dispatched, and is also moving up into the expansion of his own that is almost finished. That was actually very, very, very nice from nAni. nAni with, of course, High Templar or Archons in play. I can't believe I spent so much time looking for that and I couldn't find it. That's wholly embarrassing. All right, well, overall, at the moment, take a look at upgrades. We're 0-1 right now. He's about to finish his armor level 1 and weapons level 2, but look at these upgrades for nAni. Oh my gosh, just about finished weapons level 2, working up into weapons level, armor level 3. And we may very well see weapons level 3 come right after that as well. But this is unbelievable. He's got some hefty upgrades at the moment. And this might be problematic if he plans a time push. Weapons level 3 coming out. So he's actually going to be holding off until that finishes. Buying himself just a little bit more time. Hopefully we do see him chrono boost that through. And I do also want to see, no, he does not have storm research, so he's not even planning to land any storms at all. He's also starting to work in a few more Colossus into the mix. That's going to help him a little bit as well, being able to kind of mix up that unit composition so that even if he does get hit with some EMPs, he's still got some damage to be laid down, although we do have these Vikings in play and quite a bit of them. Taking a look again, we do have a total of 5 ghosts in play right now. He's going to be continuing up the production there of those upgrades. Both players, in fact, continuing to work up their upgrades. Very solid play. Ooh, very close to an engagement here. It could be coming at any moment as both players in the center of the map. A couple of Vikings moving forward to get some scouting intel and spot where nAni's army is. And actually, Charge Zealot for nAni doing the exact same thing. This next big engagement will be taking place momentarily. Both players pretty much near supply cap. Army advantage actually slightly going to Happy right now, even though he's slightly behind. This is due to a higher probe count from nAni. All right, here we go. Vikings landing down, but we still have 1 Colossus in play. That could be a problem. There, the EMP's going down now. Charge Zealots moving forward. Now, we've got some pretty solid upgrades for the Protoss player, but that Bio doing so much damage, and we're going to be seeing some more stim, and he should be able to take care of the rest of these gateway units. However, we do have some reinforcements there. Charge Zealot reinforcements will be helping out that Colossus. Gets taken out, lifting up inside of the medevacs, pulling back. He has got about a medevac and a half worth of bio units loaded up there. The issue, though, So he's still on 2 bases. He really needed to actually do more damage than he did there. Yes, he did significant damage, and he really hurt nAni's army, but nAni has got a huge income advantage right now. And the more time that goes on, the worse and worse this is going to get here for Happy. Happy just now finishing that orbital command, will be lifting that off and moving it back down over here. Proxy Pylon still located over here, though, and nAni will be working up his army, getting it back up to snuff. You can see a big advantage right now for nAni. We're going to be seeing a ton of warped in. High Templar over here, getting a few Archons. A couple of Zealots getting warped in as well, and nAni will be threatening to push on this third. And right now, nAni is playing the let me starve my opponent game, and this is certainly a good game to play because without any resources, you just can't build an army. And there we go, swooping up, forcing the liftoff. We got a lot of SCVs over here that are going to get lost, and there it is. Happy realizing that with that, that's going to do it, and there's the GG. I am still super embarrassed that I could not find this damn thing, but no big deal, whatever. We're going to move straight on down and so take a look at that final engagement. This was a great game number 3 here between nAni and his opponent, Happy. Again, as we can tell, this series ended up going to nAni. nAni with some very strong upgrades and able to win out that last battle, proved to be quite effective. The biggest thing, though, was the income advantage there. nAni taking out Happy's third once and then taking out again a second time here is pretty much what forced nAni to call the GG, Happy to call the GG, because he realized he was way too far behind economically to come back. Alright guys, that was the third and final game here. Hopefully you did enjoy this series. As always, if you like the content, please subscribe. Thank you for watching. Keep watching and keep owning.